Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elsa. I'm a clinical psychologist and a yoga teacher, and I've been going through a crisis of faith. I do not believe that therapy is an answer and that therapy will help everyone to be happy, and that's what I want to talk to you today. So, I've been in therapy since I was 21. For the last 2 years, I was working as a therapist, and I've been meditating since I was 17. I've been doing yoga approximately since like 21, 22, and I've been teaching yoga for almost 7 years already. So I have quite an experience in both ways, right? And while I was teaching, I was, and I still am, yoga and meditation teacher. A big part of my teaching was teaching people how to meditate, facilitating different meditation techniques like from transcendental meditation to dynamic meditation to trance meditation to yoga nidra in all of the types of yoga nidra. And I've also created several meditations tailored to my private students, how to let go of depressive thoughts, how to let go of grieving, how to free yourself from suffering. And the reason I started my studying to become a therapist. The reason I came back to university to get myself a therapy degree is because I wanted to find more ways to help people in bad states of mind. And I wanted to find ways to help people who are very skeptical to all this like energy healing and all of that stuff. I wanted to basically help everyone who needs help. And for the first year, I was very content with being a therapist. I was very happy whenever we discovered, some repeating patterns with my clients, when we managed to rewrite them. But I don't think therapy is enough. Unfortunately, in our society right now, therapy and mental health disorders are so romanticized to the point of like having a mental disorder, it's somewhat a badge of honor. Everyone is like, I have ADHD, I'm bipolar, I'm borderline, you're nothing? Huh, that's so weird. Why you don't have any diagnosis? That's kind of a talk I see online at least, and actually I encounter many people like this. And the problem in our world is that instead of actually, I'm not talking about everyone, right? Not everyone, but a common trend that I see. Instead of actually building life, changing life, making ways to live in peace and quietness of mind and like being in agreement with yourself, people are ruminating in old thoughts, old patterns, in how these people did them wrong, and that's why they have this trauma. And they say this trauma defines how I act right now, or like people act like jerks, and then like, oh, that's because I'm borderline. That's because my daddy didn't love me, something like that. And now, with all the popularization of therapy speak, everybody can diagnose a narcissist from like talking to someone for 5 minutes and stuff like that. We are, despite of all our knowledge, we are further away from contentment and happiness than I think we've been before therapy became so popular. I mean, it's incredible to know how to name your emotions. It's incredible to understand where our actions are coming from. It's incredible to be able to release some old patterns, but I think we put too much emphasis on the mind and on the ability of mind to just change the reality. I mean, we can, but not by rationalizing and not by attaching ourselves to old stories. I believe that the future and the answer lies in a holistic approach. Like in yoga, the word yoga means yoke, to connect, to yoke your body your mind, and your soul, like this holy trinity, right? Holy trinity of the human being. And so I believe that the key to happiness is in balancing this holy trinity of you, is in finding the holistic ways to nurture the mind. It can be therapy, but as well nurture your soul. It's some spiritual practices. Doesn't matter which religion, doesn't matter which god you pray into, but understand there is something beyond you. And in, of course, nurturing your body, because I can see so many people, like, and so many therapists even, like, being like extremely smart but unhappy, empty, and physically sick, but yet like they say like, yeah, but I worked through all my traumas. It doesn't really work like this. I don't believe that this is happiness. I believe happiness is the holistic approach to our being. And now, preparing for the meditation retreat, I come back to like all of my spiritual teachers, and Mr. Goenka, the one who's like organized all the Vipassana retreats all over the world. He says, every moment I die, every moment I'm born, because our atoms dissolve and come back together and dissolve and come back together. So you are a different human every moment. And why attaching to the story? Why romanticizing something bad that people done to you? Or like, why romanticizing some old patterns? For what reason? Why not just choose better future, better you? Why not just choose differently, And as a therapist, it's a very hard thought for me to say, because I don't even want to promote my service as a therapist anymore, because like it has to be something way beyond that. And they always want to put us in a box. And I think the desire of the society to label us, to put us in a box, it's also a desire to put us further away from happiness, because I'm working in like integrative methods. I'm using different techniques of different like therapy schools, plus I'm using some woo-woo techniques. And then like psychological society is like, which method are you using? You should only work in this method. You should only work in this method. What is this technique? It's not studied anywhere. And so they're like, we don't have to understand everything. We don't have to rationalize everything. Our mind wants to do that, but our mind is like a very tricky mechanism that just knows how it is convenient, but doesn't really know happiness. Can it stay happy for all the time? I don't think so, So it's like the whole society is trapped into the like trap of mind of needing to explain everything. And in this need to explain everything, we get further and further away from feeling, further and further away from trusting. And I believe that the popularization of therapy right now also brought us further and further away from trusting and from just being. I was trying to record this for like 30 times already today. I don't know why it's not going. I don't know, but I don't believe in traditional therapy anymore. I believe that the answer lies in some profession that no, not yet has a name, something like spiritual friend, maybe some sort of a coach, but someone who can have tools to help the suffering mind, but also who can remind to take care of the body, and who will guide to some spiritual realm. Because, for example, in yoga, we believe that the seventh chakra, the Sahasrara, is blocked by skepticism, is blocked by not believing that you are not alone. And the religion, again, wants us to define God or like the power in a certain way. And again, to define is to limit. So I believe that question of happiness lies in realization of limitlessness of our beings, and the mind always wants to limit things. So see where the conflict goes. So like, stop thinking start just living, experiencing, coming back to the present moment, realizing that not everything can and not everything needs to be explained, and just exhaling and just being. So, once again, as a therapist myself, as a clinical psychologist, and as a yoga teacher, I don't believe that therapy is the answer. I believe that therapy can help you to untangle some of the questions you have in your head, but I think that therapy should be just a supplement to your spiritual practice. And again, it doesn't matter which God you pray to, but just believing that something is guiding you, believing that something is helping you will 10x your life. Like, I swear to you. And also, of course, taking care of the body, I think, is one of the most spiritual things you can do, because how can you trap your soul? How can you trap your mind in unhealthy, unkept body? So, I don't know. Is there someone behind me? I don't know. But the holistic approach is the answer. Holistic approach. Go dance, go run, go pray. If you haven't found your religion yet, go to different temples, read different books, maybe just try praying and see whatever comes to mind, you know. Um, Try realizing and recognizing and accepting your limitlessness. See even the wind coming up. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. Uh, Accepting your limitlessness and moving through the space and through the understanding that you are a limitless being. And why do you care that someone did you wrong at some point of your life? You know, it's far in the past, and past does not exist anymore. You only have a present moment, and the present moment is full of happiness. If you're attentive, you see it. Thich Nhat Hanh quote. Um, be in the now. The question for me right now lies in the now, and I think my job as still a clinical psychologist and a yoga teacher is to bring people back to the now, encourage people to let go of need to explain everything, and just encourage them to be. Yeah, I think since we're human beings, the answer is to just be. I'm so tired. I've tried to record this for bazillion of times. I hope this went well. Thank you very guys for watching. Yeah, be happy, just be. Thank you. Bye.